Hey guys, Josh Hankin, creator of the DVRT Ultimate Sandbag System here, along with physical therapist Jessica Bento. We have a great blog post today about a great question that came from one of our instructors about the 5-3-1 program. If you're not familiar, it's a program used to build a lot of strength. And classically it's been done where you change the volume, you change the volume and you change the load. So 5 reps, you use a little lighter load, 3 use a little heavier, 1 use a little heavier. There's a whole cycle and a system of doing it. But the question was, well, how do you do that with the Ultimate Sandbag if we don't change the weight very much? And we're not going to ask you to use a lot of sandbags. We're going to show you how to use one Ultimate Sandbag to do the 5-3-1 program a couple of different ways. Now, for a lot of people, they just use the 5-3-1 just for maximal strength. But even great old-time strongmen knew that you need a combination of strength and endurance. So we're going to show you a cool way of doing it in a 5-3-1 series where we do 5 reps, you get 5 breaths, 3 reps, you get 3 breaths, and 1, and then we cycle back over again. So you want to try to do about 5 or 6 rounds of this in a workout. So again, there's a lot of variation you can have. I'm going to show you a standard way of doing it. So just going to go ahead and start with 5 front loaded squats. So she's going to go nice and deep. She's going to take a little pause at that bottom. Make sure she's nice and good alignment. Pulling the bag in towards her body. 1 more. She's going to bring the weight back down. Now she would take 5 deep breaths, try to calm down her heart rate. And then once she's ready, we're going to do 3 clean and push press. She's going to set her feet up, get the bag right, clean. Nice. Finishing over the crown of her head, cleaning every time. Beautiful. Nice long plank. Excellent, Jess. And we're going to finish off after she gets 3 deep breaths, 1 max lunge each side. And the nice thing here, we're going to use a little heavier bag. We're going to have her take a pause at the bottom. So again, we're going to make sure she has a nice, good lunge, nice tall torso, drive up to that hip, come back to the opposing side, and relax, sit down. She'll get 1 deep breath, and we'll start the cycle again. If you need to take a little bit longer break, you can. But what you're going to find is we just did a lot of different movement patterns at once. We challenged the body a lot of different ways at once. You'll find that the 5 gets harder as you start accumulating fatigue, and the 1 gets harder because as you get fatigued, it's the most complex drill. Your stability starts to go a little bit. So that's one way of doing 5-3-1s. We're going to show you another way in just a moment. So the other way we can do 5-3-1 is to change the pattern or a loading position of the Ultimate Sandbag. So in this case, we're going to do 1-3-5 because we're going to start them with the most complex. You don't want to do that necessarily when you're tired, so we're going to do that early on, and then we're going to get to more stable positions for our 5. So for the 1, you're going to do 1 each side is a rotational clean and press. And you can use a push press here. So just go ahead, deadlift the weight up. She's going to come down, clean it, and then she's going to rotate in the press, come back to the middle. She'll go the opposing side, clean, and press. Okay? So she would get 1 deep breath. If you want to give 2, that's fine. Then she's going to change the movement of the sandbag here. So she's going to get down, hinge at her hips, keep her shoulders locked. She's going to shoulder the USB up to one side. She can either push press or press, and she's going to do an arc press over the other side. So now we're getting a little more frontal plane work. So she's going to do 3 each side. So come back down to the weight, follow it down, make sure she's in good alignment, shoulder back up, dip, drive over weight. Nice. So you see the challenge is that we get a little bit more movement out of the Ultimate Sandbag here, but also having it upon the side challenges our frontal plane stability, and we also have it in the arc press as well. So a great way of doing the 3 reps. The 5 reps, now we're a little bit fatigued at this point, is just going to be our standard clean and press. And if you're tired, you can make a clean and push press. So let's go ahead and see it again, Jess. Now, because the movements have been the same type of movements, that's why we're reversing the order. Because at this point, her pressing should be a little bit tired. She's going to work from that nice stable position. Nice job, Jess. The reason we could go 5-3-1 in the previous series is because the movements were all different. So when you have different patterns, you can do it either going up or going down the scale. But this shows you some of the versatility where you can take a classic programming idea like 5-3-1 and give it a couple different spins to train different fitness qualities. So I hope you enjoyed a couple of these ideas. Please use them. Check out more about why we're doing this at our blog at dvrtfitness.com and come back for more free information.